So the sun is shining, we have the beach right behind us, and where are we? Well, welcome to Chennai, and we are going to drive the brand new Maruti Suzuki Brezza. Absolutely correct, it is the most anticipated compact SUV of the year. So what is new about it? Absolutely everything. Yes, it still is based on the Global C platform, but apart from that, everything else is new. Even the engine has been tinkered, and that's the reason why Maruti claims that the new Brezza is the most fuel efficient SUV in the segment. Now, is it the total package? Can it take on the rivals? Because you've got to keep in mind, it has a long list of competition like the brand new Hyundai Venue, then there's the Mahindra XUV 300, you've got the Kia Sonet as well. So the list just keeps on going. So watch our video and find out if this is the SUV that you're looking for. So as a compact SUV, you have to give credit to Maruti Suzuki because they've continued to make the Brezza look like an old school, tough looking SUV. Sure, the front grille has changed, and why not? Because it looks a lot more contemporary, it looks a lot more smarter. They've changed that all chrome front grille. Now it's got that black band running across, and then you've got these chrome inserts right there. Extremely smart, and they look very, very contemporary, as I mentioned earlier. You take a closer look at the dual pod LED projector headlamps. Now everything is LED, starting from the headlamps to the fog lamps. So Maruti is going the premium way, and they're leaving no stone unturned. But just to ensure that it does not lose out in that SUV macho image, it also comes with a silver plate right here, the skid plate, and it really does add to its image. So it looks smart, it looks contemporary, and definitely looks muscular. Let's take a look around and see the side and the rear profile, if those also match up and complement to the front design. So the version that we are driving is the top of the line one, and it comes obviously with the dual tone color. Now this has the black roof color, and that beautifully complements with the black cladding. Now Maruti has ensured that the black cladding is quite prominent, thick, and adds to that rugged look. But our only complaint is that because the wheel arches, the square wheel arches, they're so much more broadened that you see pretty much quite a wide distance between the wheel arch and the wheels itself, the tires. But the tires, they're 16-inch in size, and that is a standard in this segment. Now when you look at the side profile, and at a glance you might think that it looks exactly like the previous Brezza, but no, it's not, because first of all, the material, the design, it's all new. It has a lot more prominent shoulder line, as well as some ridges right here, which are quite prominent, yet they do not really, impose its presence. So it smoothens out the design, it complements the design, and it's really easy on the eyes. So you can see that the rear design has been spruced up. It is very different from the older model. First and foremost, you'll see is Brezza, the name is written. It runs across the tailgate, and that is something that a lot of manufacturers are opting for as well. So why not Maruti? Then you see that the traditional number plate that usually is in the middle here, it's moved down below. Again, that a lot of manufacturers are going for, so that also works. But the good thing is, it does complement the design. The elongated LED tail lamps, they also look very smart. And all in all, you can see that it's not going to age as such. But what about the boot capacity? Because the older Brezza had one of the least space boots. So let's take a look and see. So as you can see that the boot is flat, so it is very accessible, And also in case of lifting luggage or bags, it's not going to be such a challenge. But again, the space is identical. It retains that 328 liters. So in terms of numbers, yes, it is still less than the rivals, but in terms of accessibility, in terms of usability, it is still, you can do a lot of it. So we're inside the cabin of the new Brezza, and it is extremely important for Maruti to step up its game, especially in this department, because there's been so many new players, and well, they've made the Vitara Brezza look, how can we say it, cheap? Well, yes, that is true. But anyways, the new Brezza has tried to up its game, and it comes with a multi-layered dashboard, the hard plastic black on top. Then in the middle it has these metal inserts, and they look really classy, honestly speaking. Then it has a brown panel in the middle, so it's a bit of a unique combination there. Plastic is solid built, no doubts there. Quality is not the best in the business, but it's alright, you can live with it. The other brand new thing is the 9-inch infotainment system. Keep in mind that the previous version used to come with a 7-inch one, and that 7-inch infotainment is still retained with the entry-level variants. So anyways, moving forward to it, this also has over 40 connectivity features, and you can also connect the car with Amazon Alexa. So again, they are trying to push the envelope right here. Then the first in the segment, now it is something rare to talk about Maruti when you say first segment feature. Well, it has a head-up display, the same that we saw in on the Baleno. Extremely easy to use, very much visible, gives you multiple informations that you want. You can do your settings accordingly, and the best part is it not only gives you information, but also ensures that you have a safe drive. Moving forward, the switches are a lot more improved. You have these metal brushed switches right here. Again, that premiumness you can feel. Everything else more or less remains the same. Again, you have this metal finish right here on the door panel. Again, they want to give you that more expensive feel. It does get the very familiar flat bottom steering wheel. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It is very well balanced. It is very familiar, as we said, and the switch quality, again, it is right up there. You cannot really find flaws. But what we did feel is that, they have put in a lot of practical features, but they missed out on one feature which really makes sense in India especially, and those are the front ventilated seats. Why they haven't done it, well, that is for Maruti to explain. And apart from that, yes, this has also an armrest which you can slide up to your convenience. So yes, that's really what the Brezza is all about in front. Oh, wait, one more minute. I almost forgot. It now comes with a sunroof. This is the first for Maruti Suzuki. Believe it or not, it really is. Now, it's not the biggest sunroof, but hey, you want a sunroof, they've given you a sunroof. So that is a feature. Now you can't really complain that, they don't listen to you. So that's a really smart thing to do. Apart from that, there are a lot of other features, like even the 360-degree camera. So it really is a very smart way of equipping the brand new Brezza. Now we'll talk about the seat comfort and the space of the Brezza. The Brezza continues to be a happy place for the rear passengers because there's just a lot of space. You've got this knee room, leg room, you can slide your feet below the front seat. There's also ample amount of shoulder room. As a matter of fact, because the seat squab is flat, more or less flat, you can actually make a third person sit in the middle and it'll be fairly comfortable for them. So that is how practical the space is. Apart from that, of course, you can see it continues to have an armrest, cup holders, it has rear AC vents, and now it comes with two charging options. One is a USB port and the other one is a Type-C port. I'm just talking about connectivity. Up in front there is a 12-volt socket and another USB port. We'll just talk about the wireless phone charger. According to Maruti, it does not heat up your phone, so that ways you can also protect your phone and there's no harm done to your phone. So again, they have thought about each and everything. Now coming back to the seats, well, they are fairly comfortable, but they are on the softer side. So if you are going on a long distance journey, you will tend to sink in. And then of course the under thigh support, it is very limited, but these are something that is not new. So Maruti has retained those traits as well. But apart from that, the space is good, and I think you're going to be a happy camper sitting here. As you can see, we are behind the wheel of the brand new Brezza, and it is not the same 1.5 litre petrol engine or the naturally aspirated engine that the previous version used to get, because it comes with two dual injectors. Now you will say, why are you dragging all these technical jargons? Well, I'm sorry to do that, but in simple terms what it means is that the new engine is a lot more fuel efficient. Just to give you an example, the previous engine used to claim around 17 to 18 kilometers per litre, but now the new version, the automatic transmission mated version, offers around 19 kilometers per litre, while the manual goes over 20 kilometers per litre. So that just shows how pocket friendly this car is going to be. Now the engine has lost a couple of horses, but again there's nothing to be shocked about because it still has a very healthy output of 102 bhp and 138 Nm of power. The engine itself is very smooth, it's refined. Of course, it's not something that you would like to push, but if you're like in a daily commute or even cruising on the highway, it certainly offers seamless driving experience. As a matter of fact, so we were driving from Chennai to Mahabalipuram, and we also decided to use the cruise control, which was really effective and made our driving experience very joyful. So these are little things that the new Brezza offers. So now moving on to the transmission, we have the 6-speed automatic torque converter transmission. It replaces the 4-speed one. So how is it? Well, to be honest, it's not lightning quick, and B, it's not supposed to be lightning quick. It is supposed to aid you while you're commuting. It offers, again, really stress-free driving experience. So it's seamless. Of course, it's not gonna, lightning quick, it'll upshift or downshift, but it offers a very high fuel efficiency. So you really can't go wrong here. And in real life conditions, honestly, hardly anybody will even notice it, because it's a hands-free, easy driving experience is what it's all about. Now moving on to the ride and handling quality, well, honestly speaking, we've been driving more on the highway, so but whatever little we did come across, the bumps, it wasn't as harsh as the previous model, because that used to have a pretty much a spine-busting experience. But the smart part here is that Maruti has not compromised the handling capability. It still feels very crisp. It is very agile, and it feels really good. So there is no compromise as such. I feel the Brezza has now matured a lot. It is looking after people's comfort, and at the same time offers a very responsive driving experience. So that was a long day. We drove the brand new Maruti Suzuki Brezza the entire day, and it was quite tiring. But please let me just take a quick break and have a sip of filter coffee. Very refreshing. I mean, you're in Chennai, so we had to have it. So anyways, getting back to business. So what is the Brezza all about? Well, for starters, it is priced at a premium, and Maruti has done this on a conscious level because it just offers so many features, especially an array of segment first features. So that is the impressive part, and you got to pay for it as well. And yes, it is a bit more costlier than its rivals, but it is expected. The more the features you get, it is going to be expensive, but you cannot forget the fact that it still has one of the best driving dynamics in the segment. It also offers a very spacious cabin so that the practicality aspect comes in. And how can you forget, it's got the largest network backing you up in the country, so you really can't go wrong. If you're in the market for a compact SUV, we suggest you go to the nearest dealer and take a spin. And also, please do let us know what you think about it. And if you haven't already subscribed our channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please go ahead, subscribe and like. And of course, we are always looking forward to hearing from you what you think about our videos and reviews.